Greetings, YouTube. It's been a while since we've been able to cover the, shall we say, objective view of the gaming community on Marvel Contest of Champions, but we have Josh Beiser, hope I'm pronouncing that right, from this past week covering Marvel Contest of Champions in all its glory on the Super Jump magazine website. Haven't heard of it before, but maybe it's pretty popular. I don't know. So what's fascinating is, it's a long article. Real long. But he mentions early on that the yearly revenue is still in the millions for Marvel Contest of Champions. We knew that from the gifting event. But it starts with talking about multiverse of fighting. You can see they cover how they'll bring in champions like Adam Warlock to mirror the movies and TV show properties going on in Marvel. He says the game introduces layers of complexity that rival even the most intricate fighting and RPG games. Every character has unique passes and abilities tailored to their playstyle. And then it talks about Venom and Immortal Hulk. He talks about how there's also a lot of rules. And that is certainly true. In fact, even after playing for so many years, it's still tough to keep up sometimes with all the rules of the nodes. It's hard to explain to people how a game is still around who don't play it. My family constantly is like, how are you still playing the game? How are you not the best ever at it? You've been playing for so long. It's like you don't understand. It's like a new game every month. And just when you think you've got the game won, there's a new champion that's introduced that completely changes the interface of the game. Bang for your buck, LOL. Got progression. Milestone upgrades. And then you can always be doing something in the game. We knew that. We know that from the arena. We knew that from events, Alliance War, Alliance Quest, Battlegrounds. It's a lot. Marvel's Mega Multiverse monetization. Look at this. Contest of Champions is one of the greediest live service games I've encountered. Whoa, shots fired. This isn't about the potential money spent. It's also about the amount of items available for purchase with real money or in-game currency. Every single service, resource, and game mode has a scheme designed to get players to spend money. Maybe a little, maybe a lot, but it's there. The game's premium currency units acts as a universal skip the grind feature. It is also used to purchase summoning crystals. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned the gacha system yet. Gacha system. It's really fascinating to see just an objective perspective on the game. Gacha system. Unlike other live service games, spending units on summoning is the worst case scenario for an account, and this gets at one of the sneakier aspects of the game. With spending units to buy crystals, the quality of the crystal has no bearing on the cost per unit. Attempting a 5-star summon costs the same as pulling for a 2 to 4 stars. More specialized summoning crystals cost even more units. As a free-to-play player light spinner, you can progress much faster, and the game's developers have tuned progression over the years to improve the early access questing rewards. Once your progress stalls, the game slows to a crawl in several ways. The most apparent is with energy. So, I don't know if I agree with all of this, but it is worth noting that he is going into detail more than I've seen many other articles. Now, awakening a champion is also something that you just take for granted once you play this game. But the odds of that now are so low with over 200 champions in the game. Really over, 250 champions in the game? There's the daily card, the Black ISO store. There's so much to cover. And yeah, you go down paths that have bleed, poison, and shock, and if you don't have resistance, you are going to die quickly. I really think this has become like a PhD of games. It started out as like a high school diploma and is now a PhD. And it's hard for me to even keep up. But boy, if there's more, you can purchase $24.99 season pass, $9.99 a month, Black ISO store. I gotta say, hats off to this person for typing so much. I know I'm going through this fast. And yes, it's the same price for the Black ISO store as everybody, but if you don't have the right progression, you're locked out of certain offers. That's, I guess, unique a little bit to the game. I don't know. Skill threshold. I mean, he says if you were to ask any veterans of the game if spending money replaces skill, they would say no. I disagree with that now. At least when it comes to Battlegrounds. So it's fascinating to see how like a roster of all rank 3s now, even without a rank 4, can just easily get to Gladiator Circuit versus a roster like mine, which is like, I don't know, 10 rank 3s. Still going. He says, in terms of recommendations, I think the game needs to improve the daily play for mid-level accounts, which begins around Act 5. There should be better ways to keep up with the resource spend and grind that doesn't involve arena and coop modes. Maybe. But Kabam doesn't care. There we go. Well, Super Jump Magazine, thanks for highlighting the game. I really appreciate the summoner that sent this to me as well. It's a 14-minute read, as the website says, which is also interesting. I didn't know you could categorize read speeds. Did he get it right? Did he get it wrong? What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching a longer than normal video for a 14-minute read.